So welcome along to another video. In this one we're going to be taking street photos in the rain with my Fujifilm X100V. It's going to be a bit of a POV photography video on the streets of Seoul, South Korea on a rainy day. I take my editing inspiration from the film photos that I've taken with Ektachrome E100 slide film, so that's why the photos look like that. I shoot raw with the classic chrome profile usually on rainy days like these, and this is a pretty normal representation of a usual photography session that I would do in the rain. A lot of people ask me how I protect my camera gear during the rain, and the answer is nothing special, just an umbrella like you can see there. I'm using one of these see-through umbrellas, which I wouldn't recommend because they break almost immediately at the tiniest bit of wind, but I wanted to use it for foreground subjects like I'm doing on those photos there. This is originally about a 2-hour photo shoot, but I've just cut it down to about 8 minutes of the most important parts. And this is a funny photo. Most of the stuff that I cut are just bad photos and waiting around for subjects. I like to work the scene a lot, get all of the possible angles and wait for subjects. I don't think watching that is super interesting, so I just cut it down to the more interesting parts of the photo shoot. I've been to these locations a couple times before, but I just wanted to go back and make sure that I get every single angle possible. Here doing some classic puddle photography. I shot a really nice reel here, but that time it was raining a little bit hotter, so it doesn't look exactly the same. As you can tell, I'm shooting for the edit. I'm looking for sources of light and then underexposing the photos both in person and then in post in the editing. These lighting shots were the main subjects for quite a while here, but to be honest, the results didn't really live up to my expectations. I was doing a reel here, or iPhone recording, and yeah, I was expecting a little bit more out of these photos. I thought I could underexpose and then it would look really cool, these lighting shots, when you could only see the highlights. And it kind of works, but yeah, I was expecting a little more. I've shot it on film before and that photo turned out better than these, so unfortunately I wasted a lot of time on taking every possible angle of these, and then it didn't end up being as good as I was expecting, but maybe it's still reasonably good. I don't know. Either way, I had to find out the hard way, because I didn't want to move on too fast either, because if had it been good, then I would have missed some really cool shots as well. So I wanted to get every single possible angle. Then I finally decided to leave and go to these tinier alleys in the Jongno district of Seoul. A lot of my photography is just trying to find every single angle, or trying to find the optimal angle. You can see me walking around here going for the elevated platform a little bit later, just trying to get every single angle. I think I was changing the film simulation profile on my Fuji to the default, which is Provia on Fuji, simply because these alleys are a lot darker and the classic chrome only works for daytime, but that is not something you have to do if you use the Fujifilm X100V. If you shoot raw, you can also do it in post. That's alright. Got a nice moment there. I mean, at least a moment. Not sure if it's a nice moment. And yeah, here going for the elevated angles, trying to get some height onto the photos. A cool CCTV shop there on the background, waiting for this guy with the umbrella shooting from the top. Not a terrible shot, not amazing. These few next shots are probably my favorite out of the shoots. Just a lot of light, but really dark, without having to do too much photo manipulations to get that look. Here's a rare interaction with my subject because he kind of appeared from behind the wall. I should talk to people more or smile at people more, but I'm such an introvert, I usually just ignore everybody. But yeah, quite like these shots. And these have also been edited quite a lot, getting that green look, but I like it underexposed, has this nice dystopian vibe. Some people would definitely say that it's over edited. I'm almost agreeing with that, but I'm more about the end result than realism anyways. I don't really care if it's realistic or not. All I care about is if it looks good or not. I thought these photos would be nice. I kind of spammed as I'm walking. The thing about daytime photography is you don't even have to stop because there's so much light. You can just use a fast shutter speed and spray as you go. But honestly, it didn't end up looking, these photos don't end up looking as good as I was hoping. They're a little bit too busy visually as well. These LED shots are cool, but just too many things in the frame kind of ruins it for me. And here I was super late trying to get some Moody photos. We're about ready to end this photo shoot. It wasn't the most successful photo shoot of all time, but it's a pretty good, you know, showcase of how I shoot. A decent POV photography session. Doing very Moody edits here as well. Yeah, I think I'm done. Gotta head back, switch gear and head for a different location, different shoot, but this video is gonna be done now. Hopefully enjoyed it. Thank you.